Everybody welcome, I'm AZD. This is IMC Nation. International, which means worldwide. Mastermind, which is a word that comes from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich book. I recommend to everybody, which is a group of individuals that are highly skilled in a certain activity that get together with a single purpose. Okay, that's a mastermind. This is the International Mastermind Council, which is a group of individuals with voting rights that made up to the council, right? Council of Elders, Council of fucking Education. They get together, they vote, right? All right, everybody, welcome. So first is 30-minute free lecture. Then we go into a private space in the www world in the net, and that space is called Players Club. That's only for men. If there are any women and you want to go into the women's space, then you get a hold of one of my girlfriends. There's going to be a women's space that after this, women go talk, men go talk, okay? And then after the Players Club is my advanced class of the human mind and psychology and everything you need to know on how to attract the opposite sex and have fulfilling relationships using real energy, like yin and yang, positive, negative, male, female, sun and moon, alchemy, okay? So that's what I'm doing today until around 12 o'clock, all right? So let's get going. All right, first we start with a basic lecture. There's a book a while ago that I wrote, and I opened it to this one. It goes like this. It's a bunch of sayings. Whenever you're feeling down or upset, sure that happens. Or if any of your friends are feeling down or upset or have anxiety, instead of jumping around in your mind, you know how you do that? You try to gymnastics in your head, right? Instead of jumping around in your mind or in front of them, trying to cheer yourself up or cheer them up, I have another suggestion for you. Realize that, yes, it's fucked up. Let's start right there. Like something happened that you felt fucked up. Judge it however way you want, but there you are. Someone says something, someone does something, someone posts something, someone doesn't acknowledge. Who knows? Who knows? Someone cuts you off. You were looking for your cigarettes, they weren't there. There was not enough milk for the... We don't fucking know, and we don't fucking care. Okay? All I care about is you go, damn, that's fucked up to start with. Okay? Before you start thinking it's not fucked up. Whatever it was that happened that made you feel bad is just fucked up. Let's just start there. Let's allow yourself to say, that was fucked up. Because a lot of times, as we get into self-help and shit like that, as we evolve, well, you know, it's not bad, there's nothing bad. How about we just do the AZD process, okay? That shit was fucked up. She cheated, it was fucked up. He lied, it was fucked up. That person should have paid me, didn't pay me, it was fucked up. I got backstabbed, it was fucked up. There was no, that's fucked up. For me, maybe not for you, okay? But it was fucked up for me, and I have no problem with that, okay? Next. Whatever it was that happened made you feel it was fucked up. Next. There is no denying it, so just don't deny it, right? And then realize it is bad. This is like that shit that like the flowery fucking self-help people can't take it. It's like by now they would have crashed. You know it's not bad. No, nothing's fucked up, you know? Then, ready? Let's get deeper into it. Think of the worst case scenario. Just go take it to that one fucking place that you don't want to take it to. No milk, no cereal. The end of that, right? I'm not going to have cereal tonight. Or she left and cheated on you. She's now going to be with your best friend. They're never going to talk to you again, and they're going to have kids. It happened to one of my friends. One of my jiu-jitsu friends, okay? Yeah, it happens in that shit. Don't take your chick to wrestling practice. Then, after you've seen this fully, ready? Realize this one fact. There's a fact in there. Ready? Capitalized. You will be okay after that. You gotta also know that part, right? You gotta go face the devil and say, all right, what's my punishment for being weak? Because that's what happened, right? You were weak. You're weak, and I know that because Maharishi, I'm a student of Maharishi's, and he says that every problem in life comes from a weakness, right? Everything is a weakness. If you're sick, it's a weakness of your immune system. If your relationship sucks, it's a weakness of your communication or understanding, or whatever the fuck it is, right? Everything is weakness because life gets rid of weakness. It's God's code to evolve and be stronger, right? So then after you go all the way, you get to the shit part of it, you see the worst case scenario, now you got to face one more truth, okay? That you're going to be okay. You got to get there. All right, so I'm going to be okay. Now what happens? Then there's one more. Ready? Then, final sentence. Now get on with your life. It might not be easy to get on, but you have to get on with it now. There's no more milk and cereal, as simple as that is. Now get on with it, right? Even if you got to write a letter to fucking Kellogg's company, then just get on with it. It's over, and it's time to get on with it, okay? You don't want to become water that's staying there. Suddenly we come back, and you got all kinds of moss and weird shit. Now you got creatures you don't want. You want to be a river that's just flowing all the time. All the time. Endless flowing river of life. You can't do that when you get stuck in an experience, right? So it's a process of unsticking oneself from experience. And in martial arts, they call that a mind like a mirror, or a mind like a still lake. It reflects what's in front of it. When the birds go across the sky, the lake reflects the birds, and when the birds are gone, they're also gone in the river. That's an analogy of Buddhist for the mind. After the birds go, if you still see the reflection in the river, something's wrong. It only reflects what's there. You see that? Now, if it's reflecting the moon and you come and you throw a giant boulder in there, now the reflection looks like this. And that's what it looks like when you look at other people. You're looking through noise. You're listening through noise. You're speaking through noise. It's not clear, right? Let me just see what this text says. I know you're tracking with me, right? And this brings us to what's really important to every single person here, okay? It's important to you, however, they've made you feel ashamed for making what I'm about to say important, okay? They even have words that they label you so that you're ashamed of saying it, okay? So what's most important to you is actually your own experience of life. End of story. It's the most important thing to you. It's how you experience the next 24 hours. If you're going to experience it in misery, you're going to have a problem. If you're going to experience it in bliss, you're going to be feeling great. But really, the most important thing to each person is their own personal experience. And what they go about doing is they go from that drug, from that alcohol, from that woman, from that job, that dress, that outfit. I don't know, man. Trying to extract a feeling so that they feel good through the day. He who feels good brings about good results in everything. Why? It's one of the first teachings of the Buddha from the Dhammapada. He with a clean mind, clean heart, has clean voice. Okay? Christ said the same thing. It's not what goes into the mouth that defiles the soul, it's what comes out of the mouth because it comes from the heart. So really, it's all in here, but they make us think it's all out there. That's the problem. If I have a cut on my arm and I keep healing you, my cut gets worse. It's my cut, right? It's me feeling negative or positive, not you. You may have come and cut me, right? But being 47 years old, having lived the life I live, I've also grown a thick skin. And I take pride in that. I'm a man, right? I don't want a grasshopper walking on my toes and me crying about it. I want a tank running across my body and me standing up and going, it didn't even hurt me. You say, how'd you do that? I say, I started first by noticing that even when a grasshopper walked on me, I cried about it. And that's how everybody is. Everybody's complaining about everything. It's in the voice, right? We have a celebrity with us. Martin Sano from UFC is here from Nick Diaz camp. Salute. Nick Diaz is going to be fighting UFC 310. Martin is one of the top guys over there, or the top generals of that troop. Okay? He's what? December 7th. December 7th. December 7th. Okay? Anyways, it's important to recognize that everything we do, we're doing it to get a feeling. So we have a person like David Goggins, who's found a way to make himself feel what he wants to feel. He has a process. Did you know he lives in Las Vegas? Did you know you probably find him running every morning because that's what he does? Okay. That man is obsessed with his process. Why? Because he knows by doing that, he will feel what he wants to feel, no matter if he's in an interview, it don't matter. In fact, for him, he could be a Navy SEAL getting his ass kicked, and he's thinking, I'm going to steal their souls. I know how that is, David. Thank you for that. Thank you for those words, right? The words of stealing their soul comes from David Goggins to Arash Dibazar. Because I was smart enough to study another man who looked like he did some outstanding shit in life. He was just blogging, but he has a feeling. The other guy that I always talk about is Wes Watson. Same kind of thing. Up, down, this, that, rich, and poor. The guy has a process that he knows how to get himself feeling a certain way. Now, ready? Here's the problem. Most people are trying to feel happy, but happiness is actually not a feeling that you chase. It's made up of different ingredients at different times. You see that? And happiness is like Hermes. It's mercury. You can't grasp it. What you can do is create a container for it to flow in. You can create the type of instrument, temple, lifestyle, relationship, work, space, friendship. You could create it so in that space, the ingredients of happiness begin to mix. And then you begin to feel what people say happy, which is a high sense of satisfaction with what's going on, as if one's moving towards what they went towards. Right? So to have happiness, we have to know we're going somewhere. Even if that place is I'm sitting right here, not moving. Right? You try to meditate for 10 minutes and you can't, you're moving around, you failed, you don't feel good. I thought you were meditating. Yeah, but I couldn't sit down. So happiness has to do with having an objective and going towards it and getting there, no matter what it is. If I was going for first place medal and I got second, I got silver in the Olympics, the whole world says, thank you, good job. I'm like, fuck, I was this far away from the gold. They're measuring, I'm a silver medalist. I wasn't going for silver. Right? Then there's the guy that gets the bronze and he looks like he won the gold. On one level, we respect him. We should, because fuck you. I'm here. He's got that secret. On another level, if I'm coach, I'm saying, were you going for third? Yeah, but I placed third. This is the first place team. Okay? If you're so happy with that, go on that other team. But this is not, because now you're going to become complacent. And I saw last night with my own students, we had a little party. Complacency will kill a man. It will kill you. Right? You never, as a man, have to be, hey man, I don't care if you're 105 years old. Right? As a 105-year-old man, people should be looking at you going, damn, that's crazy. Right? Not like, oh, poor 105 years old, he took a breath. Kill me then, right? If my existence is cause of pity for everybody around me, that's not existence of Arash Dibazar. But before you pull the plug on me, make sure you communicate to me. I might look like this outside. Inside, I'm with God 100%. Let him take the body. You don't decide. I'm okay. And that's a gift that I have, that I worked for. All my friends, all my loved ones, the people that actually care about me, I have to get to them this message. I am okay, and I will be okay, and there's nothing the devil can do to make me not okay. He can remind me where I need to strengthen myself to be okay again, but all he does is remind me to strengthen myself to be okay again. But okay is the destination, and I reach it. No problem. Somebody somewhere in this universe has experienced what I've experienced and been okay with it. Without a doubt. If they can do it, I can do it. There's no difference, bro. Right? And all I'm sharing with you right now is nothing more than a mindset. It's a state of mind. Now, my old teacher, Manu Tupo, that's where we get Be the Best, Fuck the Rest from. That's where we get IMT from, because of that guy, right? He would say, or he said one time, your decisions, you make a decision, okay, that's it, I'm doing this. Your decisions and your ideas or your beliefs, they show up on your face and your body. It's the real Facebook. That's really the MySpace I'm looking at. You're posting the moment you walk up. You're posting your energy and your frequency. The words energy, frequency, and vibrations, is that what you said? Vibrations are the words that wrap everyone's soul when I say it. Women love to talk about it, but not understand it. Men know there's a secret in it, right? But they're distracted. They're still doing that just so that they can get that, okay? You need to do that just to learn that. You need to observe that you are literally vibrating at a certain frequency, that the moment you speak, there's energy coming from your voice, sound, and move, everything. The way you move your body is an energy. And the frequency, what does a frequency mean? Frequency of energy is how these crests, when it goes like a heart EKG, the frequency is, you measure from this to this to this. That's the frequency. So if it's close, it's high. Frequency. Now all right, you want to be consistent in your energy and vibration. That's your frequency. Otherwise, you're insane. So although my movements, I rap like I'm an addict. What's that lyric I sing? I rap like I'm addicted to smack. I act like I'm what?
I'm addicted to smack like Kim Adams.
Yeah. There's that whole verse that I say. That's what goes through my mind when I sing that Eminem part. Out there, I'm very unpredictable. Out there in the field, in the matrix. It's called the matrix. We go into the matrix, okay? Right now, we're broadcasting from the Nebuchadnezzar. What? Nebuchadnezzar. We are the Nebuchadnezzar of the Matrix, without a doubt. I mean, without a doubt. I don't say that lightly. 100% everyone knows. We have a small ship that we keep building and broadcasting. But we're not in the world. We're in the world you're in, but we're not of the world you're in. And you would know that come around me for 24 hours. I don't exist like that, okay? We're broadcasting from that ship, Nebuchadnezzar. Did I say it right? Yeah. It's a cool word, Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar. It's like fucking Power Rangers. I'd be Nebuchadnezzar. Power of Nebuchadnezzar. So we're broadcasting to you, okay? And we're telling you, ready? I can see, I'm telling you, you're trapped in this matrix of the mind, and this matrix becomes visible through the code of language. Okay? You've been taken over by the machines. You have a machine in your head that runs the same program when something happens out there, and you have no control over it. That's the matrix. That matrix does not affect this individual the way it affects you. Thus, just like Neo or some of those guys in the movie, I can jump from roof to roof sometimes, I can stop the bullets from hitting me, and I can do many other things when it comes to what? The matrix of social dynamics. In a place where you would freeze and the agents would fuck you up and you would just be destroyed, I move like Neo. I have abilities, and those abilities consist of this. Ready? Being able to express with the language that you get. One. At the same time, the yin and the yang, being able to hear the language you speak. But the problem is, you're not aware there's at least two people in you talking. And I could easily hear both without you ever being able to do anything about it, your body is consistently, subconsciously communicating. And I know that language. It's called body language for the ordinary man of the street. I don't know what I would call it. It's a definite language, okay? And I speak it, and that's why I get the results I get when I speak or when I'm around people, right? You're being told by your mind and the matrix that that's going on. We did an experiment last night in a group, right? 2 brand new women walked into a group of men last night. We were there. Some of us were there. I asked those men that those women walked into, I asked them, how many of them thought in about a 30-second interaction of hello? Get this. How many of those men thought that those women wanted to have sex that night? All of them thought that. Ready? Now let me tell you, 6, 7, 8 different men. Here are some of the reasons they thought in 30 seconds those women were looking for dick. Here's one of them. When they came in, they were really wanting alcohol. Okay? If you're a woman up there and you've ever said that, it can be construed by a sane individual that you just want dick now. Here's another one. The way they said hi. Hi. She wants dick. The way they were dressed. Ready? Here's a really good one. Because look at how good looking we are as men. You're a serial killer, bro. Okay? You're also a pedophile. That kid, when he runs up to you and says hi, he doesn't love you. Not the way you think he loves you. Right? I was also there, and the reason why I asked that question is I saw those men and why I felt like I was sitting in a group of pedophiles suddenly. I didn't know why I felt like that, but then I asked them some questions, and suddenly it became visible to a few of them how wrong they were, and they fixed it. They're like, oh shit, that's actually not what it was. That sounds kind of ridiculous, they said. I can't believe that I would have thought that. That's weird. Then they started to hear how weird other people sounded. Yeah. Like, wait, what?
Aberration, man.
Comparable would be if 2 men walked into a group of women for guys to get it. And they said hi, and they were dressed sharp. Right? And they left, and the women were asked, how many of you got that those men wanted to buy you purses and shoes and houses and take care of you completely with their money? And they all said it. And you were in the room and you heard them say this. It's the way he said hi. You'd be like, that don't mean I'm going to fucking buy you shit. Another one said, the way they were dressed, I could tell. One of them said, they wanted alcohol. When a man wants alcohol, he wants to buy you shit. Yeah, every time you would hear it, you'd be like, whoa, these bitches are nuts. And then one of them said, look at how hot we are. Of course he wants to buy us shit. And you go, all those things would be there if I was going to buy someone that, but that is not what happened right now. That's so far down the line that you can't even imagine. Yeah. Were you going to say something? Because you were there too, you saw.
Yeah, I had a realization just now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I see that social media, it warps your perception of what's happening between a man and a woman.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of like, if you're like watching porn and you've never had sex.
Exactly. That's not how you have sex.
Yeah, if you watch a lot of porn and then you eventually have sex, you realize
this guy,
you like
grew up on porn.
You're like, what the
right? He'd walk in with a backpack with porn and lay it out. Right? And we're like, what are you doing for your private moment? He's like, I'm gonna whack off. Nasty, bro.
No, I had a Playboy magazine.
No, that's true. That's true. I'm kidding.
Yeah, but I see like if you watch a lot of porn and then you have sex.
Yeah.
You see that. I mean, it's there. Okay, what you thought was going to happen. It's not even close to what's actually happening when you're watching it.
Yeah.
So you're thinking that she's saying I want dick or whatever.
Yeah.
But like in her mind, she's not even thinking. She's like scared.
She's not even there. She's like, what?
Yeah. Either she's not there, like she's thinking about some other shit, or she's like super scared because she just walked in to a fucking like group of 10 guys.
Unless she is so fucked up. And,
right.
And we know those women.
Right, there are women like that.
And now you know how much respect you have for those women. Zero. Right? 0. Check this out. Zay, is there a way we could YouTube where everybody could see it? What's that? The star of this show is April Jones. What's that black TV show?
Movie.
Power Exchange? No. It's a show now.
Just look up. It's gonna be the newest one. So
Fair or cheaters or something.
Put up a trailer for God damn, what would it be? You do a quick April Jones stars in what?
I'm streaming. I can't look at it.
Okay. Give it I want to show you guys
who's cheating who?
who's cheating who trailer. Check this out. We have some black people in the audience, right? We got one right here, live. We have David Bevel, Vaughn. Right, we got some other black people. I want to ask a question. I don't need to be black or white or orange to know this because I'm a human being. Let's try a commercial. Trailer. There we go. Be ready to pause when I tell you. Everybody watch the trailer for one of the biggest hits right now. Audio.
Are you going to be joining me in the bed, or are you going to be sleeping on the couch?
Pause.
Again.
Has any black man witnessed a household where a black man sits like that in that outfit and a black woman walks up and says, will you be joining me in the bedroom tonight or are you going to be sitting on the couch? Have you ever, is that how you guys sound at home? Huh? No, let's keep going. It starts like that. There's a false illusion if I'm black. I'm now trying to reach that.
This is BAT though. It's made for.
It's made for black people to miseducate them so that they cannot be black because if I showed up to a black house, I'd freak the fuck out. I'd be looking for the Illuminati right away. Yep. Right away. Who did you sell your soul to? Who told you to act like that? But watch, we just started. 8 seconds, it's off. Who is black, whose fucking uncle or dad or brother dressed like that in a house like that and had an interaction like that with another black girl walking up with a soft voice? Will you join me in bed? Is that how black women talk? Yeah, let's keep going.
Just like slave owner.
Let's go. Watch. Thanks, Drew. So tough. Okay, now watch.
Psychotherapy is a talking treatment. I'm Dr. Maxine Moore. Come and see, and let's talk. Welcome, Stephanie. So tell me what's going on. My husband won't touch me anymore, and it's been a couple months. Well, maybe he's the one that needs psychotherapy. I knew you would like it. Living on the edge, baby.
Hey, Rich Mason mechanic.
Pause.
Leaving there.
How many times I've been offered by a girl, I want to make you a bubble bath. What, you're trying to run that movie on me? I do not want to be sharing that water naked with you. I don't even like to share it naked with myself, right? Last thing I want is to fucking show up to my nice room and any of my girls surprising me with rose petals and a candlelight and a bubble bath. What do you think, I'm a bitch, first of all? Right? That's romantic to you? That is not romantic one fucking bit, ladies. Okay? Now let's keep going. So far, I've seen everything except a black family having a black interaction. Go ahead. Oh, feed me grapes. I saw it in the movie. Some faggot guy trying to do that.
Let's talk more about you. Tell me about this man that you've been seeing.
Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.
Is that how the people talk on the phone, black guys? Go ahead.
About my business.
I'm your wife. This is my husband, Mason. Mason, I've heard so much about you, but I didn't know your name.
The hell are you doing?
Rule number 1, what happens in my sessions? Stay in my sessions. Anyone here has anything that they would like to confess? No.
Okay, Pa, that's enough garbage. Now I'm gonna tell you something. If I'm a black woman watching that shit, I'm trying to be those hoes. And you as a guy trying to get a quality black woman, you're gonna have to deal with that brainwashing as she's watching that shit. She's gonna try to run that show on you. Right? Mm-hmm. She wants to come to a house that looks like that and for you to dress like that. Right? But that's not how you should dress. If I was black, I would never dress like that. Ever. Ever. Why? Because there's a culture to being black. Okay? It's either African or hip hop or you tell me what the fuck it is, but that sure as fuck is not it. Okay? In fact, that's not even what a White House looks like. That's what you don't know. We have white boy here. We got other white boys here. That's not how parents act in a house. We join me in bed, right? Who are you calling? Who the fuck is that? I can't believe it. Shutting doors. And that's, people don't fight like that, right? She doesn't know the secret and show up and hold it in. She goes, you're fucking her, aren't you? You're fucking the therapist, aren't you? Right? And they show that. And they should show the other one so we see what it's like, actually. We should see what it's like inside a fucking house when a man comes home from work after 8-9 hours. He doesn't come in and go, hi, honey. You know, puts the coat out. She lays the fucking, where's the kids at? I was close to growing up like that. It wasn't like that. It was silent treatment from mom to dad half the fucking time. You see how it goes? And that was a good family staying together. So what we're shown and reality are completely different. Completely different. When I was growing up, there was a group called the Backstreet Boys. That was like the boy groups were big, right? Mm-hmm. And I saw a special on the Backstreet Boys. I never forget. It was either them or NSYNC, one of those groups. They showed how the record company rented a private jet, hired girls that were actresses, made signs for them that said Backstreet Boys or I Love Jordan or whatever, had them line up in the fucking airport, have these guys arrive, action, these girls jump up and down, and then they created that image for us to see on MTV. I saw a show on that they created the boy bands off of a look. That guy has a look, that guy has a look. Here's a song they would write for them. Then they would dress them a certain way, buy them that, put them in front of that, boom, boom, boom. Then people bought it, money came in, now they had it, right? And we were taught by Hollywood, as we see what it is, that this is how you have sex, this is how you're in a relationship, and this is how you're supposed to interact with this person and that person, and none of it is real. Not one of it is real. Not one of them is real. So everybody's walking around pretending, telling the story they want you to tell. You're supposed to worry about the same things, like the same things, fight the same things, right? And they're supposed to spin you around in confusion and then give you an answer. Spin you around in confusion. You're not supposed to be able to handle your life today. So that when you get the next offer to save yourself, you jump right in because goddamn, you're barely breathing. Right? And if they could keep you just like that, you're good. Then you never have time to analyze yourself or your relationships or your thoughts or your reactions, your emotions. You're as good as an animal. Okay? And there is an animal there, here, that's not you. And that's what you should be told first, second, third, fourth grade. You're supposed to be taught how to deal with this little pet called the human body. It's an animal. Okay? It'll stink if you don't wash it in 2 days. You get it? You have to keep trimming its hairs. You have to keep cleaning its holes, right? You have to hide its smells, right? And you're taking pride in what Buddha called a vase of vomits. You ever seen what the inside looks like? Okay, a vase of vomit, right? And no matter what blush you put here or out there, okay, the inside is still looking like vomit. But what about the character? When is the last time any of you worked on your character? Character, who you are. You took it seriously, right? You said, I'm going to build my character somehow, right? What it takes to build character is adversity, friction. It takes friction to build, okay? You need some sort of an opposing force to be able to go against the dynamic, to be able to mold yourself. I could kick and punch the air all day long. There's Martin. It's not going to work. He's going to have to fight someone. Okay? Boards don't hit back. Pow. Right? And everybody's living in a relationship of just doing katas in the air, if you're even doing that. Or you need to go interact with another fucking person. You need to fix your fucking relationships. Okay? Now, if you're a man and your balls have been cut by a woman, I'm going to tell you right now. Okay? You are prey. You are designed to be preyed upon by God's creature called woman. Just like everything in the wild, he also doesn't want his weak-ass creation to go on being weak. You're just another teardrop of God. He can have another teardrop tomorrow. Okay? You're supposed to demonstrate your intelligence and your ability to handle your life first before you go around giving one stupid advice to any other fucking person about one stupid thing. I better see your life in perfect fucking order. Well, no one has perfect order. Bullshit. Bullshit. It's obvious in your interaction. In 5 minutes of me watching you interact with another human being, I'll tell you exactly what's wrong in your life. Because that's your mind and your expression coming out. And you can try to hide it a million ways. Then I can tell you, you're somebody who hides his expression in life. Because it's obvious. You can't even speak openly in front of somebody about your life. I don't want to know nothing else from you. Why don't you go take care of your shame, your blame, and your regret, right? Why don't you go away and work on you and come back before you offer me any fucking piece of shit, because I don't want the bullshit coming out of your mouth. I want gold, right? And gold is not you complaining about your fucking problem. You is overcoming that same problem that I have. I also have an animal body. It has a fucking problem. I'm eating right now, right? Why? Because it needs to eat. You understand? But if you think you're this, then your whole life you're getting raped by the machine, right? You are a prisoner in your own head. You're a prisoner in your own heart, which makes you a prisoner in your own life. Let me ask you a question. What's it like to be confined and sentenced to your bullshit life for the rest of it? How are you as a prisoner dealing with it? Me, I'll show you how I'm dealing with it. Come around. Let me show you that the prison cell they gave me is better than the castles they live in right now. I guarantee it. Why? Because it's an internal state. The kingdom of heaven is inside, not outside. You ever try to impress a girl with the outside? Yes, you have. That's why relationships suck. Some of my girlfriends don't even know I could speak because they speak Cuban. They have no idea the brilliance of my intelligence. But you know what? They do. Because the way you are inside should express itself in everything you do. In the way you eat that taco, I should see it. Why? Because there's somebody else there and somebody else there and somebody else there. Let me see how you eat that taco. Right? I'm going to know your internal state. And that's what I'm about to go teach next. Now, in relation to getting the woman, I consider the dynamic between man and woman the most important activity on earth, right under knowing God. There's knowing God, then everything else is junior to you and I interacting with the opposite sex properly, because everything comes from that afterwards. Nothing else comes from that if you don't know how to do that, right? And they've destroyed the shit out of that. Not one of you, it's visible in your face, and I've been doing this for many years, too many people. Not one of you knows how to interact with a woman yet. Even if you have girlfriends, you're learning, right? And I'm learning, and I'm better than everybody right now. I've transcended. I don't have relationship problems. I just don't. I know it sounds crazy. And I have multiple relationships, right? You're either at 0 or 1. You're not at 2 yet. Even if you have multiple women like here, you're not at 2 yet, because you're not at 1 yet, right? You know when you got 1. It's your job as a man to go out and get a woman. If someone told you otherwise, you're a loser in my book. I don't care what they say. I'm that guy that says the opposite of some of the other guys I heard online. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's how you feel about yourself. Hey, you can feel like a king about yourself. I want to see God created woman also. Okay? King, let me see you walk around other men and women. And now I'll tell you if you're a king or not. You understand? Or you're delusional or psychotic. Okay? You're insane. You should be locked up because you can't see clearly that you can't relate to one person yet. You understand that? Not one person yet. So this is like a wake-up call, a friendly wake-up call. Why? Because there's no consequence to you hearing this. The wake-up call will be unfriendly when God does it. This is his angel speaking for him. When he does it is when he says, you should have heard the angel speak. Right? Now hear me speak. And God will just have to shift his weight like this. And your entire life will go away in one breath. Everything you worked for. Everything you worked for in one moment can go away. Right? And that moment you're going to be like, oh my God, where's my friends? Where's my family? Right? Where's the people I count on? Hey, I have a question. Who counted on you while you were here? Right now, who's counting on you and for what? There's your true value to life. I don't care what anybody else says. They're lying to you. Right? If this guy, Yogi Chris, says, I'm leaving the IMC Nation, it will be a big hit. It'll be a big hit. So, because he has value. Why? To other people. To other people. Another guy says, I'm leaving. I say, okay, good. Good luck. Same room, 2 human beings, same organization. Why? What value have you brought? How quickly can you be replaced? Well, I'll tell you what, if AI can replace you, you're gone. You're gone. Right? Do you remember the time when it mattered if you got, I do. I used to do shows in clubs, and we have to find somebody to make a flyer for us. And we would pay him between $50 to $100 a flyer. Bro, on my phone in 20 minutes, I'll make it better than anybody. 20 minutes is like me coming out with 900 productions of a flyer. Right? In 2 minutes, AI will make a better flyer than they ever made. We have to go find someone to edit our videos and do it here now. It used to matter. It used to matter how good your camera was when the iPhone is now going to be better than most of those phones. I'm already past time. We're going to go to the Players Club, which is the next class. It's for men only. And if you're coming and you want to be there, that's not it. Oh, yeah, it is. All right. See you in the Players Club. See ya.